Hello, this video is about engineering histogram report created in Power BI desktop application. Report contains 5 pages. First page is title page and simply provides easy navigation options to different pages. So we have 4 pages and 4 buttons to move to those pages. This page is just for title page and just introduction page of report. No data on it. So let's go to first page, meaningful page, let's say, of this report. This report usually goes once per week, sometimes once per 2 weeks, depending on holidays and some other circumstances. On first page, we see previous period histogram versus current period histogram and can compare information for two histograms. This page contains filters or slicers, how they are called in Power BI. Mainly slicers are presented with drop downs. You can select some items, for example, from page to filter it, and you can do the same for this, for example. And you can filter, and now you can compare two pages. If you want to clear filter, you just click on this button and filters are clean. This is first page. Second page provides us detailed information for current histogram. Again, top area is buttons and text box with names. Then we see slicers, filters information, and then we see histogram in man weeks, which includes both engineering and design man hours, man weeks in it. This histogram is showing booked hours, approved hours, not yet approved hours, plus it shows total availability of resources. As you can see, availability is always the same, except for example, January holidays. In January holidays, we will have less people, so availability drops down. If you want to apply any filters, for example, resource name, let's see what we see for electrical engineer, for example. When we select electrical engineer, we see that electrical engineer labor availability is 5, and you see that booked hours are represented by these bars, columns, by these columns. You can, our booked man weeks are divided into 3 categories: project engineering category, engineering categories, and construction commissioning certification category. I can select any of those categories and automatically availability and booked or not yet approved hours will be shown according to this selected category. We also can see information on histogram by group, by engineering group, discipline group. For example, I want to see mechanical engineering group. So when I select mechanical there, I will only see information for mechanical engineer on my graph. Let's clear filters. Let's clear filters from here. If you want to see detailed information for designers or engineers only, we can scroll down. This graph, it shows information for engineers man weeks only, and each color represent different discipline engineer on this graph. If we want to see designers only, we can scroll down. We will see only designers availability and only booked or approved or not yet approved man hours on this histogram. If we want to see approved information only, we can go here, select approved, and we will see that approved information is indicated here. For all 3 graphs, it shows us that approved is more closer date is to current date. Of course, the approved man hours are more than, for example, period which is visible after 6 weeks from this date. So approved. Let's clear this filter and let me show one more thing available on this report. We have two two tables. One table shows us distribution of man weeks by week depending on the category of project, approved or not yet approved man hours. And we also have labor availability for different locations. In our case, it's Baku, Chennai, and UK. So it's all for detailed histogram. This is presented on this page. If we need to go deeper and to see exactly which resource have how many man weeks is booked for any resource, we can go to third page, which is called resource breakdown. And at the bottom, we'll see the table. Table, it's matrix type of table. At the left, we will see the name of project, the category of approval, the phase, and the resource name. And for every week, we will see how many man weeks is booked for this particular resource and how many of man weeks booked for phase, for approval category, and for project. If we need summary for how many projects were active for this week, we can go to active project summary table 1. If we want to understand how many man weeks is booked or is booked, let's say is booked, approved or non approved, but booked for this week, we will see it from the second page. The top area uses the same slices which we showed you on the previous pages. Then last page, which is called man weeks by project, it only represents us next 6 months information based on project ID. As client use its own project IDs and we use our project IDs, so the picture is the same, but it's represented with different project ID on every picture. So it's all about visuals. And now last point is let's go and see how model of data is created here. We have several tables here. Some tables are just assistant tables. They don't contain some specific data, but they have some items that help us better describe some maybe terms, standardized how terms are visible here. Those tables are FP3, FP4, which are just specific code specific in P6, which we use. If we see the model, we will see that we have histogram data current, we have histogram data previous, we have some administrative information which comes from here, we have labor availability information which is updated on a weekly basis, we have project finish dates and some other specific information which is used in slicers. So this is a picture of model which we used for this histogram. So let's come back to first page. I hope this was useful and thank you for watching video.